What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the bridge. This is episode 2. So I just want to let you all know something for those who are the first tuning into the bridge and you don't really know anything about it. In the bridge, we like to talk with our guests and get the ins and outs of the fields that they're in. So we want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's not going to be, you know, how can I say it? It's not going to be unicorns and rainbows all the time. You're going to hear some deep stuff. You're going to hear some things that might make you feel like, oh wow, I didn't know that. But that's what we want. We want to present those things to you so you can understand what the artists and the cosplayers and the business owners and everything, what they all go through. So I'm going to get to the next point, and that is welcoming my new co-host, Scorpio Chronicles. Let's go ahead and get Scorpio up here and welcome him to the bridge as the new co-host. What's going on, Scorpio?
You know I'm excited. You have me as a co-host. We gonna get this.
Yep. Hey, we're about to have some fun. That's the reason why you're over here. We'll have some fun.
We always have fun when you and I link up. When the dreadheads link up, it's over.
It's over. It's over. You remember Scorpio was episode 1 guest, and now he's the co-host because we had to get the dreadheads together to do this show. It's on the way. On the way to work. So we're not going to waste any more of your time because we know why you're here. You're here to see our guests, the amazing Shannon Collins, aka SJSlays, cosplayer, also cosplayer community creator and builder, and soon to be comic book creator. And here she is, SJSlays.
Hi.
What's going on, SJ? Welcome to the bridge. Welcome to the bridge. Let me be the first.
I'm not sure you guys should be allowed to have this much fun when you're working.
What?
We should.
Not?
Hey, that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's the dream, I guess.
The glass is down, SJ says who? Who says that?
Uh-oh, the comments are coming in.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yes, it's happening.
MG.
Oh,
Look,
MG. Now,
who's going to be our guest next week?
Oh, now MG wants to talk. Oh, okay. I haven't heard from her in a long time either. She's so busy cosplaying. That's okay, though.
She said hi.
That's okay.
She's busy being a famous person.
Yep.
Yeah, too busy. She don't have time for us.
So famous. We're going to talk about that famousness on episode 3.
Yes, we are. Share it, MG. Share it.
So let's congratulate you from guest to co-host. Nice upgrade.
Thank you, blank person, Facebook user.
Facebook user. SJ, this was for you.
Oh, hi sis.
That's my sister, y'all. That's what MG said. She's referring to SJSlays. They're very close in the cosplay world, and both of them are very awesome. So
yeah.
And not
and
Boogie
with the
hi,
hi mom.
Well, hi mom.
Lord have mercy.
That's John. It's
hi John.
Not sure what's happening.
Not sure what's happening. John, is always something with your stuff, brother.
What's going on, John?
Something with John.
Welcome to the show. I'm glad you made it in.
I'm glad you're safe and watch it.
Yes.
Don't be driving, John. Please don't be driving.
Don't be doing that, especially where you are.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back and we're gonna get back to everything that, like I said, the reason why you're here. So we're going to kick it right in, go right into the questions because there's a lot of questions. And if you know me and you've seen me do interviews, you've been on the show, you know I like to pull questions from statements that our guests make. And Scorpio is the same way. So this is going to get fun. So now you're going to have the opportunity to get to know the amazing SJSlays. So SJ, we always like to kick off our guest questions with having the guests tell the listeners and the viewers something about them. You know, let them know who you are, where you're from, hobbies, things like that. You don't have to talk about the comic yet because we're going to get into that. And of course, you can mention that you're a comic creator or comic writer. You can also, just let them know who you are. Go, your turn.
Hi, I am SJ. I am a Bahamian cosplayer. Meaning I'm from the islands of the Bahamas. and I am what I like to call myself is a multi-passionate entrepreneur.
That's
I
okay.
am a small business owner. I train dogs. As Tier put on the flyer, I used to model.
Yep.
You used to
That was
model.
that was such a minuscule part of my life that anytime someone brings it up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing I did. Oh hi, Thyla. It's weird because I've kind of been a part. I've been very lucky to have had a role in like historical events. Like I was in the first Bahamas Fashion Week, the first and only so far. Uh, yeah, it's crazy. But I'm also a cosplayer, which I'm very passionate about. I write, I draw, I do the things.
I almost became a model for real.
As you should.
I
As you
wanted
should.
I wanted to be a model, but I ended up contacting with this agency that I was gonna go with. I find it very weird that I had to come out of pocket $4,000 he wanted me. I'm just like,
that's the crazy thing though. Is like
I say for an agency, those are rules. For an agency, you never have to come out of pocket. They bring you on as a client, and then you make your money that way. Yeah,
that's for USJ. That's for USJ.
Hey, Peachy, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for supporting.
Oh, here's another one. I think this is another one for you. The group
Hello.
is coming through. Hey, what's going on?
Hello, how are you?
Oh,
It's
Team Bahamas. Yep. And then, of course,
Hashtag
Tiger Slay. Because the tiger's in here. The tiger's in here. Here he is right here. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
It's funny that you say Scorpio that like so we actually have a model. You used to model. I actually modeled when I was a kid.
I'm not surprised.
So like me and my sister both did it in Miami. That's where we lived. And she started doing it, started getting pretty big into it. Then my mom pulled us both out of it. I guess because my mom did it too. My mom was a model too. She was a runway model. That's what I did. Like as a kid, runway model, like kids' clothes and stuff like that. Sister did the same thing, and then yeah, my mom was like, nope. Like we started getting into TV shows and music videos. We were in an Amy Grant music video. It was blowing up. My mom was like, I don't want my kids to be child stars.
You have to post that Amy Grant clip if you have it.
One day. All right.
One day tomorrow.
so
I want to see that.
Thank you for telling us about you. But here's a question for you: what got you into cosplay, and how long have you been doing it?
I have always wanted to cosplay. Always, literally since the Bahamas got access to the internet when I was like 10 or so, and I could go online and became aware that cosplaying was a thing. I've wanted to do it since then. I never thought I'd be able to do it locally. I always thought or assumed that I would have to go abroad to a con to do it. And I started officially in 2018.
2018. It's been killing it since.
What I will say is what made me decide to do it then was that the Marvel movies became incredibly popular down here, and I saw the reaction to Black Panther specifically. And I was like, oh, okay, so y'all ready to cosplay then? That's basically what y'all are doing. Y'all are closet cosplaying.
Exactly.
I felt like it was the right time to kind of normalize and push forward with my vision for my goals.
That's what's up. What was your first cosplay? Misty, which I remember seeing that. I think that was one of your first cosplays that I liked, because I know you played. That's when I ran across your page. I saw the Misty. I was like, wow, she looks like Misty. Like,
bring her over. Now you're part of the family.
Now you're part of the Silvers. But that's awesome. When you say your second after Misty, what was your second? What did you go to next? I think we lost it for a bit there.
Was it the Catwoman? No, I think that was more recent, not the Catwoman.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Let's see. Before we move on. I made it. You did make it. You did
Yeah.
make it. You did make it. We're gonna wait for SJ to get back in here.
Yeah.
She lost connectivity, I do believe,
Mhm.
or froze up. Which I know I went through the same thing last week.
Yes, we did. But
Colorado weather.
hey, what can you do about it? It's storm season.
Yeah.
It's like that down here in Florida. So
Yeah.
I mean, we got thunderstorms going on right now.
Okay.
But yeah, but in the meantime, make sure you all are following SJ.
Yes.
Okay, follow her on all her social medias. We do have that. That will be down below. We have the her TikTok or Instagram, all of that there.
Yay, she's
Hey
back.
SJ, you're back.
Okay. Because I think. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Spider-Gwen was my second one.
Oh,
I remember that one too. That's a dope cosplay.
I never seen that one.
You got to see that one. That's a dope cosplay. That was another one I saw. I was like, okay. Then when I saw it, same thing with like with me because like she was one of the first cosplayer I contact. Like I saw SJ stuff and I saw everything, and then I just started looking at it. And the Spider-Gwen, I saw that one. Then I think the next one, that was the Spider-Gwen one. Because I was like, oh, well, she's cosplaying a drummer.
Yeah.
Maybe she would cosplay another drummer.
And I did.
And she did, and freaking destroyed it. And now I can't see anybody else cosplay her. I mean, you're welcome to, but I can't see it. So
no,
let's go.
Once you find that one cosplayer, that's it.
It's
like no one else can touch this one. I'm so sorry. You tried.
So one of the things you did mention in your last, in the question about how long you've been cosplaying, you noticed that in the Bahamas, everybody finally got into it. It was like, hey, you saw it with yourself. He was like, okay, everybody wants to cosplay. Leads to this question. So would you say that was your aha moment for creating the 242 Cosplay Nation, or was it something else?
It was a combination of things. I got into cosplay with the intention of building a cosplay community. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that was always the intention. That's always what I wanted to do when I decided to do it locally. What kind of got the ball rolling on it were two particular things. There was a gentleman by the name of Kadish Kali, who is an actor, a local actor. And he did a photo shoot in a Spidey suit. And I was like, let's collab. Like, especially because it was around the time when I debuted my Spider-Gwen. So I was like, hey, let's do a shoot. And it went so well. And that was it happened March 3rd, 2019, and I kind of look at that as the beginning of 242 Cosplayer Nation. Because we kind of became co-founders in a way. Or at least I like to say we're co-founders. And then something else that happened very shortly after that is my friend Ashley Adderley, who is someone that I met through modeling, who is also a gigantic weeb, was like, hey, I want to put on a monthly event, kind of like a mini con. Will you be the guest, the cosplay guest? Because I know that you're cosplaying now. So would you like to partner and kind of be our cosplay guest host? And I was like, yeah, like what? I'm not gonna say no to that. And it kind of just launched everything from there. Every time we do the event, we have more Bahamians coming out in cosplay, and it's amazing.
That is wonderful.
So would you say that it? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So would you say that it took on really fast, like it exploded pretty much after folks started seeing that it was there, or did it still take a little bit?
It's funny. It's kind of like it started happening slowly and then all at once. Because it took a while for the Geek Out to kind of catch on. Like it became more successful than we thought it would initially. But once people caught the bug, they're like addicted to coming to the Geek Out. So like every time we do an event, we have bigger numbers to the point where we've outgrown several of our venues.
Ooh, I like that. By the way, SJ, I see it.
Yep,
yes.
I see you playing that character.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she killed. She
You
killed
have
it
to
with the
you have to
cosplay.
repost that again because I missed that one. Please repost that one.
I need to
Please do.
repost a lot of my old ones
Yes, yes, yes,
because
yes,
people
yes,
forget I
yes.
did anything, and I get new followers, so it's good
Yeah.
to reintroduce them to my old cosplayers.
Yes. She does have an Instagram for the 242 Cosplayer Nation. Make sure you all are following that.
Yes.
I'm following it. It is some amazing cosplayers on there.
Mhm.
Some of the outfits, I'm just like, you did that? Really? You did that?
When you
Wow.
want, when you want to go to the geek out, but you live in the U.S. I feel you on that, Thalasaur.
Luckily, we are kind of starting to build our own bigger con. Hopefully, we're going to try to get a lot of cosplayers down from the US. So look out for that. If not this year, then next year.
That'd be a nice thing to do.
We're-
You all
we're-
get to
we're-
travel to
we
Bahamas.
want to talk about that, but we're going to save that to the end. We want to talk about that, about
Okay.
that con. It's Crazy Ringo. What's going on, Ringo? They got the Bahamian flags up. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Ringo, not Cosmom. Yeah, they my cosplayer group 242 Cosplayer Nation has started to call me Cosmom. It's something that I'm still getting used to.
Oh, I mean, what do you expect? You birthed them, so
exactly. You created a movement. I mean, that's big. I know the first time I got called King Chimera, I was like, what? 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 Don't call me that. What? So, I get you. So I feel you. I understand.
He's better known as the Lil Tunchi of indie comics. No, he's the Lil Wayne that created Young Money. I'm Drake. SJ is Nikki. So
there you go.
Not Nikki.
The big three. The big three.
I would say MG is more Nikki.
Yeah, it would be Nikki. So who would you? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
MG, yeah.
Either
one of y'all could be Nikki. I mean, she plays so many different people. It's cool.
You're one
Very true.
We could have it'd be like that'd be the Trinity.
Yeah.
3 personalities. All right. So here we go. Now we're gonna get into some deeper stuff, folks. Which is things that I definitely want to bring up since SJ is a cosplayer, because there are some crazy things that go on to cosplayers and around cosplayers. So we want to actually get that out there and let it come from a cosplayer rather than me talking about it, because I'm not a cosplayer yet.
Yeah.
So, SJ, do you mind telling us some of the darkness, scary stories of cosplay, things that you have experienced or seen or heard through the grapevine?
Yeah, take us over to the dark side of cosplay.
Well, I think I'm very fortunate in that I don't have a lot of stories of that nature to tell. I don't know if it's because of my resting bitch face, but most people know not to. We did
She
have
is a Scorpio. She is a Scorpio, by the way. So
I am a Scorpio. MG, Mutant Glue, and I had an incident last year at BlurredCon whereby we were stalked by a gentleman who was neither wearing the con badge, which was actually a mask. He wasn't wearing a mask at all, in fact, or a wristband, or anything to say that he was a guest or patron of the event. So yeah, that was interesting. He approached Mutant Glue about a phone first. I don't really know the entire details of that story, but later on, I think during the 3rd day, he tracked us down and put a cup of something in front of us and said, "I got this for you, princess." And we were like, no, because neither of us drink on the first hand, and on the second hand, we weren't going to accept it from somebody that we didn't know who had been creepy towards us before.
Exactly.
And then shortly after that, he went and stole some headphones and brought them back to us and said, "I got this for you, again, princess." And we were like, yeah, no. So we went to security and we gave the headphones back and we said, "Listen, there's this guy, he's bothering us. And also we don't know what the nature of how he acquired these headphones is. Maybe you should give it back to the vendor." And the security said, "Oh yeah, we'll find him." And spoiler alert, they did not find him, even though he was in the BlurredCon cosplay real, front and center in the Star Wars photo shoot, etc.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's freaking nuts.
I mean, what? See, okay, you see why I constantly say, and I say it jokingly, but I really mean it. People are weird.
People are
There.
Why? What makes you okay? It's no number one. You just don't give something, give somebody a drink and expect them to drink it. I don't know
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
I don't know if you what you could have slipped in there. You know, I don't know. You could have put the headphones on. It could have been a needle or something sticking in the
Yeah,
headphones, and it could have poked
anything.
you, and you could have injected you. I don't know you. And the fact
That's
that at some cons, which I've learned about, that they don't allow you to like carry like real weapons and stuff like
yeah,
that, not even fake ones. So if you needed to fight him off, not saying that ladies can't fight it, because I know some girls that can beat some dudes down. But I've seen it happen.
I've trained some in the Marines, so
Yeah, and I've seen it happen. I was like, oh, I told you to leave her alone. But
yeah,
what if you needed something to protect yourself? How do you
exactly.
know if there wasn't somebody else on the other side watching and waiting for a signal? So at the cons, I'm gonna need y'all to be a little bit more on that.
Yeah, these cons, y'all gotta.
Don't, yeah, because that would have been very scary.
Yeah, I know some cons don't even let. I think the con here doesn't even allow you to take in certain bags, and if you did take in a bag, I think it has to be see through or something like that. So you can't even take
Or
in like
even wear like a mask or
yeah,
something like that,
because
because they go to.
yeah, because I had to buy see through boxes to move my stuff in.
Mhm.
For my table because they were like no black boxes, nothing like that. Everything has to be see through because they want to be able to see what's in there.
Yeah.
So some of these cons, I think y'all are really gonna have to work on upgrading your security. So because that could easily turn scary.
Yeah,
That could
you
easily turn
don't know what
scary.
that guy's intentions were.
Yeah,
And to be honest with you, that's something in the cosplay community as a whole that's like a lot needs to be done better because like too few people understand that cosplay is not consent.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like just because I'm dressed in as your favorite waifu does not mean that you get to touch me or approach me a certain way.
Exactly. That's gonna lead. That leads to another question that we're gonna
Yes.
ask here in a
Mm.
bit. But I want to get Tigers J still the Tigers question up here. Hashtag
Hashtag Tiger Slayer.
hashtag hashtag Tiger Slayer. Get that question up here for you, SJ.
What motivates
What?
you to continue to cosplay? It's something that I'm extremely passionate about. I will say my friends and my partner are definitely big motivators for cosplaying, and as well as my relationship, business relationship with Sovereign Comics, and friendship. I like to think that
Oh,
we're very
we
good
are.
friends. We
Most
are.
definitely are. We most
We're
definitely are.
basically family.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's a lot that keeps me motivated. I'm very thankful for every opportunity that I've gotten to continue to cosplay. I wish funds weren't such a big issue, but yeah.
Feel that. To caveat on what you spoke on for the last question, about how folks would just approach you,
Mhm.
and because they're dressed as their favorite, their waifu or their favorite female character, they think they can just get all grabby hands. So we're gonna go on to this next question, so y'all can hear it properly from a cosplayer. If someone wants to work with you or sees you at a con, how should they approach you?
Now you can bring the Scorpio part of you out. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Correct. It's so funny because I actually put something like this in my story a couple of weeks ago as I was heading to BlurredCon. Because, cosplayers like to remind people, hey, this is okay with me, this is not okay with me, just so that you know. And one of the things was, is it okay to take a photo of you? I love when people want to take a photo of me. I just
Mhm.
usually prefer that you ask so that I can actually pose and don't give you like a resting bitch face.
Hey,
Or like
jeez.
an awkward candid or something like that.
Yeah.
And the other one was, is it okay to hug you? And I said, unless we're very close or mutuals, as in we both follow each other and have conversations and are basically friends, I would prefer that you didn't. And about 5 minutes after I posted that, I got a DM from a guy who lives in the house who basically was like, so what happens if someone just comes up to you and hugs you? And I said, well, then they get punched in the throat.
Exactly. It is not like
No.
it's unwarranted. You quite clearly warned them.
She just
In your
said
post.
in her comments, if she doesn't know you, you cannot just walk up to her and touch her. It's only
Can't
for
do it.
her mutuals. Believe it or not, I'm the same way. Strange people just walk up to me and hug me. I'm going to jump and I'll be like, no, who are you?
Yeah.
I don't know you.
For me,
But
And also,
yeah.
like, there are some cosplayers who wear very elaborate armor and
Mhm.
props, and it's like it may not even be that they don't want to hug you, but during that moment you could break something on it. Like, they
Yeah.
work very hard.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, if I don't know you, it's one arm's distance. Like, please don't come within that. Please don't, because I'll keep backing up, and that's your warning me backing
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah.
so
In terms of working with me, Tyr did it perfectly.
Why,
Tyr
thank you.
was extremely respectful and
Come on, universe.
so
let
open
her
to collaborate at every level, willing to hear my thoughts and opinions, and just, I don't know. You did amazing job in terms of
Thank
like
you.
getting us on board. I wish, I think the keynote there is, if you want to work with a cosplayer, listen to them. I've had so many people DM me and be like, hey, I'd like you to cosplay this character. I was like, okay, well, I don't know the character.
Mhm.
Send me over some materials. And then like a week later be like, okay, so have you started getting material? I'm like, no, like I'm broke. I'm
Yeah.
not out here. Like, I don't got it like that. So yes, it may require some either help on your part or patience, because if I buy it myself, then you might have to wait a little while.
Yeah.
And it really
They-
depends on how much I like the character. As I've told many people, I don't
Yeah.
like to cosplay characters that I don't feel a connection to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense too.
Because you don't want to just do any old thing
Mhm.
for the character just to do it. You want to kind of like get it into character, get into the mindset of the character.
Unless it's something silly that my cosplay group, Mutant Blue and those, have thought up that like,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't mind it if we like, share and collaborate and all of that. But like, just to randomly do a character that I don't.
Peaches and cream. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Peaches and cream. I have so many negative thoughts about that, but I'm gonna keep them to myself. But it was still fun. Like, no matter
Yeah.
how much I complain about it, it was fun to do, and I still enjoy the collaborative efforts of the Super Johnson brothers, just because it was such a funny concept.
It was.
Oh.
So I'm gonna put this question up here for one of the viewers because it's gonna lead into the next portion of questions, which talks about cosplay pricing and things of that sort. So I'm gonna put this question up here first from the guests. They ask, do you make most of your cosplays on your own?
I have made 3 cosplays in total.
Mm.
Chitaro was the first cosplay I ever made. The second was Tectonica. And the third was Hellcat, which we will be talking about later.
Yeah, and all 3 are freaking amazing.
Hell meow.
Hell meow. Team Hell meow. I would very much like to make more of my cosplays.
Yeah.
It's just timing and funding is a thing, because I don't care how many people try to tell you that it costs less to make your own cosplays. It's not true. The only thing that costs less is closet cosplay, and even then, not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that. So let's get back over here because we're gonna go to this next question, which is perfectly segue into it.
Very perfectly.
Very perfectly.
Very perfectly.
Sorry, go ahead. So the next question is going to be, how expensive is the life of a cosplayer as far as supplies, gear, and so forth?
It really depends. It really depends on what you're in it for. I think being a professional cosplayer or someone who builds and does like elaborate designs is very expensive. I say speaking from experience. If you are like, it just depends. It doesn't have to be expensive, but that depends on you and your taste and your style, and your stylist abilities. For instance, a friend of ours, Taneva, they are an amazing cosplayer. They are also huge on TikTok, and most, like 80 to 90% of their cosplays are closet cosplays. Not to say that I don't think that they still fork out a lot of money, but they are able to work on a budget. It just really depends on what you want and what style, and like there's so many factors that goes into it. It can be as expensive or as inexpensive as you're willing to make it, because I know people who refuse to do closet cosplay, which I don't think is great. It comes off kind of elitist, but I know people who do a mix of both, so long as they can find something that works for the character, because that's all you really need. You just need something that has the aesthetic or the vibe of the character.
Okay, that makes sense. So, going back to your career as a model, would you say, which one would you say is the most expensive so far? Being a model or being a cosplayer?
That's a very interesting question, because one of the reasons I stopped modeling was because, for like, even though I got paid to do it several times, I ended up spending every penny I made from it on things that they needed me to have. Like, I wasn't the type of girl, nothing wrong with other girls or like having a large collection of shoes, but I didn't. So I had to go buy shoes because they needed to look a certain way and be a certain color and all of that. And I'm just like, this is bullshit. Like, I just wasn't into it. But definitely cosplay at this point in my life has been the most expensive thing I've ever done. But that's partly because of the route that I decided to take with it. I wanted professional shoots. I pay for my shoots. I pay for my cosplays. Regardless of whether I buy them off of Amazon or a cosplay site or I make them myself. If I make them myself, I'm still forking out quite a bit of money. I budget really well for it. Like, literally, I literally dog train to support my habit, you know?
I feel that.
There's gonna come a day where you're not gonna have to do all that, because it's gonna work out so you won't have to strain yourself too much to do what you love.
I hope so. And there are occasions where like people have helped out in terms of like Patreon, Ko-fi, and some people have been nice enough to buy me a cosplay, which I'll never forget them. Like, they will have a special place in my heart forever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that's it. That day's gonna come. It's coming
very soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
So on to the next one, because we're still in this money part, because I think a lot of people don't understand just how expensive this can be, especially if you're trying to make it like your career, in a sense, which I know you're moving towards. MG has already moved towards. There's a lot of other cosplayers who are doing it as their full-on career. But I do want to know, like, do you feel spending a lot of money on cosplays is needed? Or is there a crafty way to create cosplays? I know you mentioned closet cosplay, and I've seen a lot of people do that, and it's been like Taneva, what they've done. It's freaking amazing. So
Taneva is a force of nature. Like, they are incredible. I am always inspired by what they do and what they are able to do on a closet cosplay. Do I feel it's needed? No. It just depends on what you're willing to accept, or of making the character look or have a similar aesthetic to what it is. It doesn't have to be accurate. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate, which is something I feel like the cosplay community, on top of like cosplay is not consent. Cosplay doesn't have to be 100% accurate. So many people get that wrong.
Yeah.
Not Peaches and Cream, Mario.
Did you say, hold on, let me hear that.
inspiring cosplay couple goals, though. It was. I was very thankful that Ringo was my Lamario. As much as I think it would have been fun, Tier, to have you as Lamario, Ringo and I have a certain dynamic that's just was very easy to play off of.
Yeah, when I saw Ringo took it over, I was like, you know what? Okay. Because I've seen Ringo's work also, and they kill it too.
Ringo is an amazing Bahamian cosplayer. I really am proud of her for constantly pushing the envelope in terms of what she's willing to bring to a character. She's one of the few people that I feel really leans into the play side of cosplay. Okay. And I really admire her for that. As someone who is currently con crunching, making your own cosplay is very expensive. Yes, Thyla, I know.
So, with that being said, have you all... So you all do, we talk about budgeting part, and it don't have to be that expensive. So it's like Dollar Tree, Dollar General.
Well, keep in mind, I don't have a Dollar General.
And see that
in the Bahamas, like it is expensive here just to live. But there are thrift stores. Okay. There is also literally things that you already have in your closet. So, like I said, it just depends on you and your creativity.
That's the important part too. I guess the way you have to be incredibly creative.
Yeah.
In the sense of not really, like SJ said earlier, not really getting the character on par, but just creative in the fact of how you're going to bring them to life, I guess.
Yeah. How you going to do that? So get your glue guns ready, y'all.
So now, oh man,
glue guns are a costly best friend.
There you go, glue guns. You need them. So now we're going to get on to why. I know a lot of you are probably here because a lot of you know, and a lot of you may know, may not know, or may have just heard glimpses about it, and now you're like, oh wow, they're going to talk about it. Let's talk about this. So now we're going to go into the segment where we talk about SJ's comic book title, because yes, SJ is also a writer and soon to be full comic book creator once this comic is completed and released. But she's already done the hard part. That's writing the script, and it's. I'll let her tell you about it. Yeah, that's the hard part, right?
Yes, it
is. So, SJ, can you tell us about Hellcat? No spoilers. Sorry, everybody that's viewing. There will be no spoilers. Hopefully,
no spoilers. Hellcat is a thief who is about to go on her last big score, and it goes terribly, terribly wrong. That is all that I can tell you in terms of that first story.
So Hellcat, this thief, this cat burglar, if you will, goes is on their final stroll in the world of being a thief, and it goes hellaciously wrong. It goes way to the left.
Way to the left.
Oh man, that right there should have your attention. How far does it go to the left? Like, I mean,
like over to the left, past the bar in the corner store where the dirty mopping water is, or just
it literally goes to the left and then to hell.
Yeah. To the left and down. Okay.
And down.
She said the title. She said the title, y'all.
It literally goes like this to the left. Hold on, no, to the left. No, hold on. Left and down.
And then to hell. Straight to hell. This comic will take you straight to hell.
Oh wow. It's hot.
It's hot. All right. So let's get on to it. We're going to talk about it more. How long has the character been in your mind? And what created her? Like, what was the impetus? What sparked her and dropped her there in your noggin?
Hellcat has been in my mind since I was a little youth. And I think she was most born from as a co.
She'll come back. She'll come back.
Uh-huh. She's coming back.
All right, everybody. As we wait for SJ to connect, SJ, if you can hear me, if you want to restart, you can go ahead and restart. I'll bring you back up. But yeah, we're talking about Hellcat. Like she was saying, Hellcat is a character who is a thief, and is on their final their final gig, and shit goes awry. Things go crazy. Don't we love stories like that though?
Yes, we do.
Like when it's like if someone's doing something, whether they're the detective on their last job, their last
And
case, military
always-
member on his last mission.
Something has to go wrong.
Yeah.
Like I love it when it's not predictable either.
Yes.
Don't be predictable, please. That's boring.
SJ's back, y'all.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
So
Like I was saying, she was definitely born as a mechanism from trauma that I experienced as a child.
Mhm.
And it's
come on, internet. You're not going to do this to us twice.
No, not tonight.
Not tonight.
Come on, not when SJ's on.
Universe, fix it.
Please,
SJ's on.
SJ's on. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna wait for SJ to come back.
Yeah.
Or it messed up again. But yeah, we were talking about. Let bring that up. So it said magic finger wiggles to get it to work. Yeah, hey, y'all do that out there. Like, go ahead and snap the magic fingers.
Yeah.
See here, Boogie. Don't be a Tom Holland. That's me. All the time. I'm gonna start steering people opposite directions. SBTC's shamming us a bit. Uh-oh. Is that your internet provider, PG?
Oh my
man.
goodness.
But yeah, you do love stories like that. Where it's like the person's last thing, and then it goes awry. It always goes wrong.
Yeah, you have to. The last one cannot go perfect. Something has to steer it off course.
Mhm.
And let it be something that you least expect.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
something like that. Don't do his boss was like a mob person. We kind of saw that coming on
Yeah, exactly.
already. So yeah,
And if y'all can correct me if I'm right or wrong, if anyone seen Predator 2, I think Danny Glover's character was like that. It was like his last case where I'm going through his last thing, and then he met the Predator. it's like
well,
it's like,
Danny, nice
I'm
knowing
quitting. I'm going home.
you. He's like, nope.
Here's my paperwork. So y'all handle
retire.
that.
I retire. Here you go.
Welcome
SJ,
back,
you're
SJ. Welcome back.
How
Welcome back.
are
Welcome
you?
gotta love this good old Bohemian internet service provider just
Yeah,
doing me dirty.
yeah. PG was letting us know that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where was I? What was the last thing y'all heard?
You were saying what she was created from, things, your own personal experiences.
About traumatic experience, what she was
Yeah.
created from.
She was definitely a coping mechanism, and honestly, she kind of started off as a fan character. Like, she was supposed to be Catwoman's sidekick, and she definitely evolved a lot from there. She no longer resembles that character.
At all.
No.
Let me see. I want to try to.
She makes Catwoman look shameful.
She
Catwoman. She makes Catwoman look like a kitten.
I don't know. Catwoman's always been my favorite. So like,
Yeah, well, Catwoman
definitely drew inspiration, but she's definitely no longer a carbon copy.
Yeah, Catwoman is truly has been an iconic, figure. So
Oh, yeah.
I can see that. I can see where a lot of people would get some good ideas from that. Especially, I love it when they went back in one of the old books. Well, not old books. One of the Batman books that I recently read with James Tynion, written where they actually took her back to her very first outfit. I was like,
Oh wow.
She has her hair was down, the purple. I was
Yep.
like, they
The
brought
purple
back the
dress.
old outfit. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, that was very iconic. I was like, oh, they had the Joker looking like his original self. I'm like, what? What is
That
this?
is so cool.
I loved it.
That is too cool. I'm trying to see if I can. I'm looking for art for Hellcat.
Yeah.
Because I have so much stuff.
Or it's also in the Dropbox.
Yeah,
that's right.
So everyone can see the cover of it, and when you see the cover, the first thing gonna come. When I first saw the cover, first thing came to my mind is, I want this book. This already it looks good already just by the cover. For those of you who don't know, I am a cover hoarder, not a cover whore, a cover hoarder. So I love covers. A good cover will get me every time, and this cover really got me. So, but yeah, I cannot wait for this book, SJ.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for yours. I really am.
I'm excited for yours.
Oh,
like, I can't wait to read The Agent, especially because he actually reminds me quite a lot of a character that's in Hellcat.
Really?
Yeah. We're definitely going to talk about that.
Do I feel a collaboration in the air? Two Scorpios on a book. Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
I don't think the world's ready for that.
No, honey, we too much.
Won't even let me load a PNG. What's up with that stream, y'all?
Rude.
Yeah, load a PNG. I remember once upon a time being able to do that. So
yeah, you can do that. I don't know why, but yeah,
I'm about to look into that. Maybe I did something wrong, and that's very possible.
Stop being so hard on yourself, Tia.
I was just saying, since I left IT, I dumped a lot of that information. I'm like, nope, I don't need to know how to do that anymore.
Then he came to IG and said, damn it, I need it.
I need to relearn it. So was creating a comic based on her your first idea? Like, was that, well, we know, we heard from you, like, she was Catwoman's sidekick, but I
wrote like several fan fictions and like all of that. So like I've had material on this character dating back like decades. And that's why I can say very confidently she no longer resembles that character, because she's so different. Even in terms of when you first approached me and was like, hey, you can have a character in the Soulverse. And I was like, excuse me? I've had a character in my head for years. And then you upped the ante even more and said, you're a writer, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And you were like, do you want to write the book? I was like, yeah. Like, I'm not going to give that up.
Better not.
It was even making her, well, not making, but even getting her to gel into the Soulverse, as easy as it was to do, she still went through quite a bit of a change.
Yeah.
Which I have to thank you for, Tier, because you made her in some ways a lot more badass than even I dreamed of.
Thank you. I'm honored. Like, she's a dope character. I'm telling y'all, we'll see it. We all see it. That's another thing too. Like, as I get close to folks, if I see potential, I will be like, hey, hey, you're wasting that. It is Scorpio. That's me. And a certain mutant out there. If that mutant's still out there, you're next. You're next.
Yep.
Oh, look, I can hear Mutant Glue right now. No.
Actually, I think she's come to terms with it, though.
I think she's Yeah, she's come
Yeah.
around a bit on it to the point where, because like I've been there, like, first of all, you can do it, and second of all, I'm here to help if you need help. Like,
Mhm.
Well,
I think she's really come a long way in terms of accepting her fate.
Well, I haven't spoken to her in a long time, so I don't know. That's her fault.
The
And she's
shade of
been-
it all.
Yeah,
She's
The shade of it all.
she's been touring. She's been, you know,
She's a famous person.
She's been doing
These
the
are
famous stuff.
And don't
don't know.
forget the bridge that brought you over.
not the bridge.
The
She was
bridge.
here before the bridge.
Oh dang! I
She
just
was here
realized.
before me.
I just realized something we're talking about. So the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Someone burned the bridge,
Oh.
and now we're back.
Oh wow. With better wood this time.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Like,
We'll talk
or
about it after. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
It didn't even hit me till just then when Scorpio said the bridge you came over. I was like, oh, almost like the bridge you burned.
Yikes.
Okay.
Talk about that bridge, please.
We won't talk about that bridge. This is a new bridge. So, what
The bridge
plan?
with a better foundation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This one ain't going anywhere.
With no
So-
termites.
No,
With no termites.
no termites. Hold on. Uh-oh. Of course, Jay still was laughing.
Of course.
Jay, we got to get you on the show. Have you sent me a message, Scorpio? No, it works both ways, homie.
Oh, I haven't checked on you. Check your DMs. If you've been checking your DMs, you would have seen that I checked on you and seen how you was doing. And I even went and liked some pictures and stuff like that. But you didn't even acknowledge my likes.
We ain't about to have no Aries Scorpio war up here.
Oh, she don't want the Scorpio.
Let's go to the next question. What plans do you have for the character? What plans do you have? Like, what do you see her without spoiling? Like, yeah.
I have so much planned for this character, especially because, I mean, it started off being like a, hey, do you want to do like a 7-part miniseries? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And now it's like, I feel like it's not going to just be a 7-part miniseries anymore. But what I will say, you are going to see her in a lot of different pockets in the Soverse.
I can't stand MG. I'm sorry.
All around.
MG just cussed them out on DMs. Hey, you did that one. You did that one. So yeah, so she's hitting different pockets. She's gonna be hitting different titles.
You're gonna see her with a lot of different teams in the Soverse, even if it might not always be in collaboration with them. Not right now.
She had to go with the theme of the show.
I'm looking right meow. It's Hellcat. Was it Team Meow? Team Hell Meow?
Team help me out.
I think Jay Stone might have a surprise for you soon, Tier.
What? Oh
I
snap!
can't give away any spoilers, but I think there might be a surprise in the works.
Oh snap! Jay, I definitely hit you up. So that needs to happen. So I do want to, because like I said, we got more than enough time left, but so I do want to talk about what you mentioned earlier, something that is coming to the Bahamas, which is, well, first off, before we even go to that, what else do you want to tell us about your book? What can we expect? Is it going to be action-packed, crime thriller, a lot of backstab, without spoiling? Give us a quick synopsis. Your elevator pitch, if you will.
Tara, you're not helping with that without spoiling part. That's
You're right.
I'm sorry.
Spoil it.
According to folks, I'm Black Tom Holland.
Yeah, I saw that, by the way, Boogie. I'm not the one that you have to worry about being Tom Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it this way. She's not a hero. She is an anti-hero. So do not expect for it to be, while there may be some fun moments and some snark, it's not going to be all kittens and rainbows. There's definitely going to be some heavy moments.
No, what's that cat? The Nyan cat, the Pop Tart rainbow cat. None of those.
Yeah.
None of
It's gonna be that hairless cat.
the Sphinx
Yeah.
cat.
The
Oh
hairless
man,
that look like a
I would
turkey.
say it's kind of a thriller mixed with action.
love that.
Yeah.
Yes, love that. And that's another thing that I want to bring out too. Even though like Sovereign Black, which is I know we talked about that first, was about putting Hellcat in Sovereign Black because of the tone. But then I
Which
had my
she
Go
might
ahead.
end up going there for other reasons, but spoilers.
Yes,
So
because we did talk about that too, and we're not going to spoil that. But yes, for 2 reasons actually. We'll talk about that more because it's gonna be. But it was kind of like my aha moment because I realized So vs Orange only has really one actual hero team, and that's Stars. There are no heroes.
no.
Like no heroes in the ideal of Superman, American Way and Justice, and no. Cypher team would kill you. Like drop it. Like if they get the order, hey, take them out, you're dead. And Kunoichi is gonna have no problem doing it.
That hair gonna go into that bun. She gonna jump
So-
out of a plane. That light, you gonna bring that dragon. I'm like, God
No-
damn it! not the
no
dragon
parachute.
again."
You're dead. Like
That's it. That's it.
But so that's the reason why Hellcat is a good fit, and that's the reason why the agent was a good fit, because y'all fall right in. Y'all fall right in. So go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just glad that we're okay. It's nothing wrong with the hero thing. I just think that it's being overdone, and it's
I think
time
it has to suit the character.
Yeah,
and that's,
we have
that's
to.
one of the things I love about Sovereign Comics is everything is to suit the story.
Yeah,
You're not just going to do something just to do it. It has to serve the
Its
story and the
purpose.
plot that you're
So,
trying to tell.
you know, we have to. I'm trying to get people to open up that door in their head.
Yeah.
Like how Missy Elliott did when she opened up that door of music, and everybody was like, "Who the hell is this?"
Exactly.
But look what she did, and look what she accomplished.
Exactly.
That's why I want to open. I want us to open up that door and be like, "Oh, I did not know all of this was in here."
Exactly. And to caveat off of what both of them said, this might get me canceled, but that goes with everything. Like I don't just do anything just to do it.
Just to do it.
And that's with everything.
Yeah.
That's with everything.
Not to get into any spoiler territory, but one of the things that definitely has stuck with me about this character is the whole notion that trauma does not make you stronger.
Yes.
And that's basically the story I'm telling. Is how it does not make you stronger. You as a person have to decide whether or not you're going to pull yourself out of that.
Exactly.
Hole.
And for me, that's what makes her story stronger, because a lot of my characters, Cypher Team, Temple High, even Stars, like there's a character in Stars, which I'm not going to say who they are, but
I know.
Y'all know who she is. And she had a very traumatic youth life, and it created things in her, the reason why she doesn't do certain things because of that. And I like that approach, because everybody has this idea, oh, well, Batman lost his parents and he became a superhero. Like, that's not everybody, and then in Soul versus like that. Like a lot of people go through traumatic points and they want to do right, but that event still bothers them, and they have to work past that. And you get to see that as you read more books, read more story, and it grows. You get to see that, and that's what I love about Hellcat, because it tiptoes on it. It lets you know. You get to see them a little bit in the first issue. Yes, everyone, I am the editor-in-chief of this book, so I've read the script. I'm not spoiling anything, but the first issue, you see it, but you're going to see it more. And that's what I love, that growth. And then it's like now, Hellcat has to become Hellcat. That's why it's not going to be a 7-part miniseries anymore, because folks got to see that happen. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this con. This con that y'all are doing in the box.
Yes,
Tell us about the con.
Listen, again, like I got into cosplay with the intention of building a cosplay community. Ashley got into making the Geek Out with the intention of making it a con one day. And it took us a little while, but we're slowly getting there. This is still going to kind of be in the realm of a mini con, but it's something that we can build and grow. So it's called GomCon. and it's going to be August 5th through 7th on a pirate ship called Blackbeard's Revenge.
And what was the dates again?
Sorry?
What were the dates again? Because you kind of went out.
Yeah.
August 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Okay.
So this will be the Bahamas' first international convention.
Oh wow.
I'll put this up here so folks can see.
Again, another like weird way that I'm kind of
Cosmo.
humbly saying that I've kind of helped to make history happen, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity that Ashley gave me to use the Geek Out to launch my platform and build the community that I built.
Your mama cause is what we're gonna call
Yes.
You
it.
know, that's
Mama
dope,
cause.
though. That's dope. So this is going to be the first con in this scenario
Of
where
this
it's
nature.
geeky and all of that to ever be there.
Correct.
That's big moves.
That's major.
That's big moves right
And I
there.
love
We're
it.
very
'Cause-
excited.
Bringing a con to an entire country, like that's crazy. That is crazy. That's like, you know, San Diego Comic-Con back in the 70s. You know, that's crazy. And I believe that y'all are gonna have an insane turnout. And
I hope so.
I wish I could be there. Maybe next year.
We're all kind of looking at this again as something that's like we can build it. So like even if it's not this year, it's something that we can build in future to be larger and do more with.
That's it. That's incredible. That's dope.
That is.
Everybody who's part of that, y'all are trailblazers for doing that. That's crazy.
In fact, I've been kind of speaking to a cosplayer who inspired me a lot. Not just MG, but just MG. MG was definitely one of my biggest inspirations. But there was a cosplayer named Panterona Cosplay who is a Trinidadian cosplayer, which is Trinidad and Tobago is a Caribbean island, very near to us. It's funny because sometimes people say like the Bahamas isn't actually part of the Caribbean, but we basically are. And I was very thankful to kind of collaborate with her recently. We've been messaging back and forth about building a wider Caribbean cosplay community, which is a big dream of mine. Again, this is what I wanted to do with my brand. And she started to, she's been the host of Alias Entertainment Expo for like 10 years.
Okay.
And they have decided, because of the pandemic, to move their cosplay competition to an online format and make it accessible to others. And so when she saw that I was doing like stuff in the Bahamas, she messaged me and she's like, "Hey, do you think any Bahamians would be willing to take part in this competition?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I do." Like I said, every time we put on an event or do a competition, people keep coming out with bigger, better builds and ideas, and the way to see. And now I'm very thankful to have partnered 242 Cosplayer Nation with Alias Entertainment Expo as well as Jamaica Cosplay Club to kind of bring even more exposure and awareness to this competition, as well as building, like I said, a wide Caribbean cosplay community.
That's dope. And yeah.
Next thing you know, you're going to be a queen cos.
I mean,
Mama-
Panterona is kind of queen to me.
I love it.
Incredible. She's amazing, and she's such a cool person. Like, we were talking on the phone, and she's like, "You're gonna hear chickens in the background." I was like, "This is the most Caribbean conversation I've ever had with another cosplayer." It was just so nice. I totally like understand like why representation is so important, because to hear her speak in a Trini accent to me and like talk about cosplay and the frustrations that we go through and all of that, it's just like mind blowing.
It is. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of speechless with it for that. Like that's trailblazing. You know,
I
like I'm
mean,
excited for it. Like I see it going further because I've seen stuff from 242, the two
I
from
mean,
your page, and
yeah, I mean,
it's more and more people getting in. So this is gonna be big. You know,
that's what the Chimera Kingdom is full of
trailblazers.
people,
Trailblazers.
trailblazers, people doing
I agree.
amazing things, iconic
I agree.
legends.
Yeah,
What have I always said? I even posted. I want my books to be like a blueprint
hmm
for future indie comics. So that's my lead. Not not saying that my books are better than everybody else, but I just want somebody to pick up a book. Okay, I
yeah,
want to write a comic book, but this is a
That.
good
yeah.
way to
I think
read
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
I think if someone looks at what you're saying and they have a problem with it, or he thinks he's so up high, which I've had people say that about me. I think that's something more about themselves because
yeah.
you anyone can get inspiration from anything. Like
Hmm.
you can get
Correct.
inspiration because if you think about it, Ninja Turtles. If you ever seen the first issue of Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was not spectacular, you know. But look at what it became.
Yeah,
So you can quite literally, and people got inspiration from reading the first issue of Ninja Turtles, and they're
yeah,
like, "Hey, I want to create comics because they did it. I want to do it." So
yeah,
anybody could be an inspiration. I think if anybody sits there and they're like, "Oh, well, he thinks he's so up high," or she thinks she's so up high, or they think they're so up high, that's a problem with them
yeah.
because
That
anyone could be
is.
an inspiration.
Yeah, that,
Anyone could set a blueprint. You know, there's a lot of folks out there setting blueprints of what not to do. We won't get into that. That's for
that's a
another show.
whole nother discussion on its
Yeah,
own.
a whole nother discussion, and that's going to get
Whole
deep
nother discussion.
because a lot of people think they're doing the right thing and they are not
No,
um, at all
at all.
whatsoever.
Not even on the tip. Falling off the
Not even
mountain.
honest.
You didn't even make
No,
it to the cliff.
didn't even make it. You still there, Shay? Or did it freeze again? Mm,
Yep.
froze again. All right, you're back. But yeah, we'll talk about it on another show. Like there's a lot, like I said, folks who look at someone who says that they want to inspire someone and they look at that person who is saying that as a problem. That's a
Mhm.
problem within themselves. Um,
But
they're
see
just
with
holding the mirror up and looking at themselves, and they're deflecting it onto you. You know.
with anything that I do, my goal is always to be an inspiration, which you don't know
Mhm.
what that does to us.
Yep.
That checks us.
Mhm.
And we check ourselves like, okay, if someone's looking at me and what, okay, I shouldn't be doing this type of crazy stuff. I shouldn't be
Exactly.
saying posting this type of crazy stuff.
Exactly.
That puts us in check because we put ourselves up to a certain standard that we want. You know, we really don't want to disappoint people
Exactly.
or disappoint you, and I don't want to lead you down the wrong path.
Right.
But it's not saying that we're better. We just want to be an inspiration. So
No.
that's my whole goal is to inspire, and
No.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm
And
going
do
to
it.
inspire you. So
And then do it.
I mean that's the whole thing. I don't think I'm better, even though that's something that has been attached to me for years. People have said that I've always thought I was better than others. I was at like I said, I know I just don't do certain things. I'm really a very shy person.
Yeah. Like I said, when people do that, it's deflection.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm
Um,
really very shy, and most of the time, if I don't say anything, it's because I'm probably terrified to talk to you.
yeah. I feel
So
that.
that's what SJ.
Oh,
Welcome
hi.
back.
Welcome back, love. We're gonna keep doing this
Yeah,
until
we're
we
gonna
get
keep
it done.
going because we got one more question. We got one more question. And the last question, SJ, which I think you kind of answered it, but I'm gonna allow you to go a little more in depth on it if you want to. Which would you say is more gratifying, modeling or cosplay? I think
It's
we
the
all know the answer.
easiest question ever. Following.
So,
It's very weird, like to explain to people. I actually call myself cosplay. I do like this because comics merch is amazing, but it's nothing is quite as satisfying as being able to embody a character that you see yourself in.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a way to mirror what you're passionate about to the world. And I've always been, as a writer, I've always been really drawn to characters and stories. So it's just there's nothing really quite like it, and especially to see other people like cosplaying and bringing characters to life. Like I love seeing what characters other people gravitate to and why. It's one of the reasons why like BlurredCon was such a amazing experience for me, because I got to take a few Bahamian blurs to BlurredCon, and it was their first con experience, and they all just kind of lit up to see
That's awesome.
a con centered around them, where they can go and be whoever they want to be without somebody coming around the corner being like, hey, you shouldn't be cosplaying this character.
Yeah.
So cosplaying is definitely more gratifying for me in many ways than modeling ever was. Modeling was mostly a means to an end, and while I will say there were a lot of things that I learned that helped me in cosplaying, I don't like I'm not I wasn't meant to be a model, and I knew that the minute where I was getting ready to do a show, and I listened to this girl talk about like how excited she was for it, and I was just like there dreading every moment of it, and I was like, I could be taking up a spot for someone like this young girl who is way more passionate about it than I am, and I'm somebody who's very big on being passionate about it. So like, I was there and miserable. I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm taking up somebody else's spot.
I feel that. And that just shows your maturity too.
Well, thank you.
Hey, what's going on, Facebook user? Who's
Oh, hi, Facebook user.
Oh, hello, Facebook user. But
hello, random citizen.
Yep. It doesn't say your name. That's why we're saying Facebook user. If you want to put your name in there, just go ahead and do that, and we'll give you a proper reading. But yeah, like I said, that does show your maturity, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are like, well, I'm just going to be here and I'm going to do it for me. They sit there and they know they don't like what they're doing, and they're holding a spot that someone else could have, which is wild that folks do that. But man, we're going to go ahead and bring the show to an end before we go. SJ, this is your time to go ahead and pitch your comic again if you want to. I'll put your social media stuff up here so you can let folks know where they can find you. Let us know if you have any future cons coming up, and just send us out anything else you want to say that you don't feel like you had the opportunity to say during the interview.
Definitely check out the Hellcat. It's not out yet. We are currently in talks with the artist towards making it come into reality. The script is written, but I post updates about it every now and again. I will probably be doing more very soon as it becomes more into fruition. My next con is a Kai-Con, which is next week Thursday, and I finally get to meet the amazing, wonderful, luxuriously tier
Thank you.
for the first time, which will be quite experience. Me and Mutant Glue are both very excited about that. We will be cosplaying Sovereign Comics characters all weekend long. So look out for that. We might even be on a panel. Yeah.
Be awesome.
Oh, it's Shay and Nash. Hey, Shay and Nash.
Oh, hi, Shay.
After
that will be GomCon. I can't wait to tackle tier either.
I'm about the stiff.
Can't wait to tackle tier either. You ain't exempt from this. We gotta tackle
Switch
everybody.
The ball off. That's what I'm gonna do with my luggage. I'm gonna be like, switch it to the other arm. No.
That's sad.
Nah. I give y'all a hug. Just don't go for my knees. I'm old.
No,
Now,
we won't go for
if they both run on the sides and grab you and they both body slam you, don't say nothing to you.
Hey, they're both taller than me, so it's very possible.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, yo, what just happened?
Whoa! Did you just lift me off the ground?
Like, I'm kind of heavy. I'm not 200 pounds, so kind of heavy, dude.
After Akai Con, it'll be GomCon, which is our con here. We will be doing a maid cafe.
Oh no. Universe, why would you interrupt what SJ was saying?
You're almost done.
And as Chase the Tiger says, use SJSlays. Yeah, I thought I was going to say they're great. No. Even though they are great, all of them are great. All of them are very great. Great individuals.
Oh my goodness.
Great group of individuals. Great group of people, man.
Yeah.
We're going to wait for SJ to come back. Then we're going to close out the show.
Yes, guys.
So, Scorpio.
Yes.
You've been working on issue 2, have you?
Yeah. Almost done.
How's that going?
Oh, I'm scared.
You're scared?
I'm scared of the Agent 13 issue 2.
Why?
Because I'm tackling something that I don't want to disrespect.
Mm.
And I don't, because I'm not, but I did my research. And the people, including Alex, is speaking the language there.
Nice.
And so that's why I was like, I don't know if we need to do like a page that's showing like a breakdown of what they're saying, because he's there. When he's in this place, I don't want to take away from the culture.
I feel that.
So I'm kind of a little nervous about that, but I hope I'm serving it justice.
I will not be defeated by the Bahamian internet service provider.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fight. You stopped there. You said your next con was going to be GomCon.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it'll be DragonCon.
Ooh.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's in Atlanta. That's one con I do have to get to. I haven't been to DragonCon. I got to get there. So that's what's up. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here from SJ. Still there, SJ?
Yes.
The Bahamas is really trying to.
Yes, they are.
It's really trying to stunt her right now. MG wants to go.
I would like to go to a con.
Bet, Jay. I'll check.
I would like to go to a con, but that
you're gonna have to, man. You're doing books now. You're gonna have to.
That means one thing, that I have to do something that I've never done before.
Talk to people?
No. Shut up. Shut up. Well, that part too. No, get on a plane, bro. I've never been on a plane.
Drive. I'm driving to Tennessee next week. I'm driving to Tennessee next week.
I've never been on a plane, and I'm kind of scared to get on a plane.
I feel that.
So I mean, I've had people like, "You've never been on a plane?" No, I haven't been on a plane, and I never did a plane ride. Never, none of that. So
I feel that. I've been on many planes. I'm just at a point now when I get on a plane, I'm just like, as much as I've flown in planes and helicopters, I'm like, one of these is almost like statistically, I'm pushing the limit. Statistically, I'm pushing the limit. I mean, I have been on a C-130 where it got hella bumpy. Not gonna say what happened. Same with the helicopter. Say what happened. But yeah. Statistically, I'm pushing.
I just don't. Okay, I've never been on a plane, but it's not that I'm too scared to get on a plane. Just scared of what may happen on a plane. I just never. It's just
Never experienced
something new, and I'm just like, I'm the type of person. If the plane starts shaking, no.
Yeah, I feel that.
No.
And that would, like, especially if you've never been on a plane before, that will freak you out. Like, because I remember the first time I was on a plane by myself as a teenager, and we got a little bit of turbulence, and it freaked me out. I was like, "Oh no, I haven't lived yet." so it
like,
freaked
come
me
on,
out.
not
So I
now,
get it.
Lord.
Yeah, not now. Like,
Not
geez,
now.
I
Come
got
on, I
stuff to
still
do.
got so much stuff to do, man.
And then I signed up for the military. Like that's.
See, That's what that's the part that kind of scares me a little bit. But otherwise,
I run towards the dangerous objects.
and see, I try to avoid them, and them things still come my way. I'm like, try to avoid you.
Let me see if SJ is gonna come back, because I do not want to close things out
Without her, yes. But yeah. But I am gonna have to get that once I get things settled. She's coming back. Here she is.
Yeah, I did not want to close things out
No.
while you were away like that. So
yeah, I just want to say, like, if you would like to support me, I very much appreciate it. I have a Ko-fi, I have a Patreon, I have a wish list. All of these things are my bio links. Also, you should check out 242 Cosplayer Nation, because that helps me out. It also brings awareness to the Bahamian cosplayers, who are all doing amazing things and doing a wonderful job, and I'm very proud of all of them. And you should also check out the Chameleon Coalition, which is founded by S. Newton Glue. And we're doing some amazing things also as well, in terms of trying to build a global cosplay community, aimed towards like helping people, pair up at cons and find like
y'all
that.
need to create an app.
Collaboration.
No,
we're Scorpio. We're working on it.
Yeah.
That'd be a next step.
Yeah.
That'd be a next step.
Next step.
Yeah, very much so.
Cool. Here we are. We are at the end.
We are at the end. Make sure you all are following the Patreon, please, and following each of us: Sovereign Comics, Scorpio Chronicles, SJSlays, especially the Patreon, because
it helps.
It helps, and you're gonna miss out on some deeper conversations we're gonna have.
Yep. Especially the chimeric.
Also, if any Bahamians. Sorry, if any Bahamians are watching this and you guys would like to check Sovereign Comics, I am the official distributor for Sovereign Comics in Bahama. You can get one through me. Just DM me and I can hook you up. So, like, don't come into me when you get hooked on overs.
Yeah, you're going to get hooked. Yeah, so for the folks in the Bahamas, like Shay was saying, she has the silvers down there. So
I has it in the palm of my hands.
Yep. So, all right, folks. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you check out SJSlays Patreon to help her, support her in her cosplay journey, and also check out, and there's different tiers for the Chimera Kingdom Patreon. Check that out, and you might get to see some. Well, you will see if you're on the Patreon some good after show talk, because we got a fun comment, a fun thing to talk about.
You already know how I feel.
Oh man. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining, and we will see you next Wednesday, where our guest will be the awesome.
We're gonna be fighting some more, y'all. So
that was gonna be a fight. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I did okay tonight with 2 Scorpios, but Aries and Scorpio, I don't know.
We gonna have some fun next week too. Every week is gonna be fun. I promise you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. All right, everybody, take it easy. We'll see you.
Good night, y'all.